A small memorial as neighbors remember an 8-year-old boy. The child's mother and boyfriend are accused of long-term abuse.
Governor J.B. Pritzker is endorsing a state representative for Illinois comptroller. More on the person who could oversee the state's money.
Plus, Seattle is waking up champions this morning from the Seahawks' dominant win, capping a season with a defense-first statement on this Monday, February 9th.
Streaming live from Chicago, ABC7 Eyewitness News at 7 starts now.
Here we are, top of the hour. Good morning, everybody.
I'm glad to be with you on this Monday morning. Not so bad out there temperature-wise when you step out the door, and a beautiful sunrise to greet you. 22 degrees right now at the big airport. Let's go to Tracy for the forecast.
Look at the sun sneaking right up above the Adler Planetarium this morning. Official sunrise time today at 6:55, and of course that sun is setting after 5 p.m. Well, right now you do see a little bit of cloud cover out over the lake, some clearing, and then some more clouds that are on the way. So overall, I still think we're going to have a partly to mostly cloudy afternoon today. 22 at O'Hare and Midway, that's our low for the day so far. 22 Northerly Island, 19 degrees now in Munster. But not much going on weather-wise this morning. How about traffic, Diane?
It's actually not that bad out there this morning. We definitely have rising travel times across the board, but it's not nearly as bad as we normally see on a Monday morning. I think the biggest delay is going to be maybe the Eisenhower and Stevenson with travel times of about 35 to 38 minutes coming inbound. We did get a report of a crash on the northbound side of the tri-state right near Lake Cook. Let's go to Chopper 7. They're flying over it. We don't see any crash at all. Just traffic moving just fine in both directions on the tri-state. So just a heads up, that reported crash unfounded. Everything else flowing nicely. Tanya and Terrell.
All right, got it. Diane, thank you. 2 past the hour. A mother and her boyfriend are now charged in the death of her young son.
It's a disturbing case in north suburban Round Lake Beach. Jasmine Miner has more on what we've learned from investigators.
Well, guys, Round Lake Beach detectives say they found evidence that this 8-year-old boy had faced long-term neglect and physical abuse in the home. Actually, take a look at this. There's a small memorial for the young boy near his home on North Cedar Lake Road. You can see white balloons, teddy bears, and flowers. First responders say when they found the 8-year-old boy unresponsive last week, they noticed the child appeared malnourished and had bruising on his body. According to the prosecutor, the boy had been beaten repeatedly with the belt and deprived of food for days leading up to his death. Officials say preliminary autopsy results confirmed that he faced malnourishment and physical abuse. Police say the boy's 10-year-old sister was also taken to the hospital for similar signs of abuse. Police say these two, mother Dominique Servant and her boyfriend Joey Rufin, were both arrested and charged with first-degree murder and child endangerment causing death. The Round Lake Beach chief of police took to Facebook to express the heartache the community is feeling, saying, quote, "When a precious child is taken from us in such a way, it is natural to feel anger, it is natural to feel confusion, it's natural to ask why." He went on to say, "I share in that grief. In moments like this, we must come together, not apart." Well, both Rufin and Servant will be in court later this afternoon. We have reached out to the Department of Child and Family Services to ask if they had any prior contact with this family, and we're waiting to hear back.
Jasmine, thank you. The man charged in the death of a popular Chicago boat captain is due in court today. 34-year-old Alex Trader is charged with the Labor Day weekend murder of Nabil Abzal. The 63-year-old was affectionately known as Captain Bill. Prosecutors say surveillance video shows Trader shoving Abzal's head into a metal grate, causing him to fall into the water. Trader was already in Cook County Jail on unrelated charges.
Police are looking for 2 people who forced a man into their SUV in Chicago's River North neighborhood. It happened just before 5 Saturday morning in the 200 block of West Ontario Street. Police say the robber showed the victim a gun and demanded his personal belongings. They then drove a few blocks and then let that man go on West Illinois Street.
Illinois State Police are sharing pictures of a crash that damaged one of their vehicles this morning in Rolling Meadows. State Police say a trooper pulled over on Illinois 53 to help a stranded motorist when a pickup truck ran into both vehicles yesterday. Nobody was hurt. The driver of the pickup truck ran away. This was the 3rd crash this year involving a violation of the move over law. 2
broken water mains in South Suburban Dixmoor are fixed this morning. Dozens of homes were without water. Both breaks happened along 143rd Street, one at Marshfield, the other at Page Avenue. Village officials say the area's old infrastructure is partially to blame for recent breaks, along with the cold weather.
If you caught an odd odor outside this weekend, you're not the only one. The Algonquin Lake in the Hills Fire Protection District says a lot of people are calling 911 and residents are reporting a chemical or a burning electrical smell. Officials believe it may be drifting in from the south, but a source hasn't been confirmed. If the smell triggers breathing trouble or any other serious symptoms, call 911 right away.
Governor J.B. Pritzker is endorsing Margaret Croak in her campaign for Illinois Comptroller. The governor says Croak is committed to transparency and has a record of bringing people together to get things done. Croak, who is looking to become the state's top fiscal watchdog, is a state representative. She also served as deputy chief of staff in Pritzker's Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity. President Trump insists that his economic policies are working, even with lingering inflation. Trump told NBC News that he's proud of the economy, but recent polls show the majority of Americans are not happy with the economy, especially with tariffs costing consumers. Early voting begins this week in the city of Chicago. You can cast your ballot starting Thursday at Super Sites at 137 South State and 69 West Washington. On March 2nd, early voting expands to all 50 wards and begins in the Cook County suburbs. Primary election day is coming up Tuesday, March 17th. And a reminder that our Republican U.S. Senate primary forum is streaming live this Wednesday at 7 p.m. We are hosting this in collaboration with the League of Women Voters of Illinois and Chicago and Univision Chicago. 3 candidates are scheduled to participate: Casey Klebick, Jeannie Evans, and Don Tracy. It'll also air in full right here on ABC7 this Friday, right after Eyewitness News at 10.
Gayha's Cafe in Lincoln Park is celebrating 60 years of candlelight romance with a special dinner tonight. Married couples can enjoy their meals with a discount. The longer your marriage, the cheaper your bill. Gayha's, which was once voted America's most romantic restaurant, is also inviting people to come out and celebrate love this Saturday for Valentine's Day. Seahawks soar and Seattle celebrates for the second time in franchise history. The Seattle Seahawks are Super Bowl champions.
Yeah, they beat the New England Patriots 29-13 to take the Lombardi Trophy in Super Bowl 60. As predicted, Seattle's smothering defense dominated the Patriots, sacking quarterback Drake May 6 times and forcing 3 turnovers. Cap from ESPN 1000 had high praise for the Seahawks quarterback Sam Darnold, who's played for 5 different teams.
And then he ends up in Minnesota, wins 14 games. They screw up, don't bring him back. He wins 14 more, and he is the king of the mountain today.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Seahawks running back Kenneth Walker III was voted Super Bowl MVP, had a heck of a game. He's the first running back since Terrell Davis won it back in 1997 with the Denver Broncos. Good for him.
Yeah, happy for the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Could have used a more exciting game.
Yeah. And I just missed the Bears in our season. And
Cap said it this morning. Like, tell me that Caleb Williams is not a better quarterback than either. No offense.
Right.
No disrespect. But, like,
yeah,
it just is what it is.
Right. But we'll see how next year goes. A lot of people looking forward to it. Live and local news just getting started this morning. We are streaming out loud. When we come back this morning, new cars, new tech, and hands-on experiences at the auto show that's on the way.
Day 9 in the search for Nancy Guthrie. What investigators are doing now as her family makes a new appeal.
But first, Tracy has your AccuWeather forecast. Beautiful sunrise on this Monday morning. What's coming up today and this week? Right after this.
Good morning to you. Look at this gorgeous sunrise right over the Adler Planetarium. You still see some ice on the lake. I think we will start to get some of that melting here this week, as overall above average temperatures for the afternoon highs anyway, coming our way the entire week. And we'll probably have above average low temperatures much of the week too. So we get lots of melting. Tomorrow should be breezy, most likely a milder day tomorrow. I think more of us are going to end up with high temperatures in the 40s. But as you even look into next week, all signs are pointing to 2/3 of the country with above average temperatures. That should say below average right there. But all in all, it is just looking maybe as though there will be some unseasonable warmth, possibly even for us. There might be a day or two next week we could get near 50 degrees. Right now we have clear to partly cloudy skies over Chicago, much more in the way of some cloud cover out to our west and north. So that's why I'm saying that we'll probably have partly to mostly cloudy skies this afternoon. 22 at O'Hare now. Does feel like it's 13 degrees. That wind picking up just a wee bit. But Diane, our travel time is picking up.
Definitely all across the board, really. But we're going to start off of the expressways first. The crash out in Lombard, Roosevelt Road, just east of Myers Road. So just be aware that if you're in the area, start to see a delay. That is why. Speaking of delays, across the board, really. Outbound in the Kennedy, we're seeing delays out to the airport, although the 190 getting a lot better. It's just getting there that's now causing that delay. Inbound on the Eisenhower and Stevenson, delays there, as well as the inbound side of the Ryan. Everything is under 45 minutes as far as travel times go to come into the city on all of our major expressways. We do have an issue on the CTA. Blue Line trains not stopping over at the Montrose station because of some police activity. So a heads up there. It is running and it is stopping at all the other stations, just not here. It's bypassing Montrose. So a heads up if you take the CTA. Tanya and Terrell.
Okay, got it, Diane. Thank you. 12 past the hour. Starting today, members of Congress will be able to get their first look at unredacted versions of the Jeffrey Epstein files. The Department of Justice says it'll let lawmakers review the files through computers at the agency. But first, they have to give the DOJ 24 hours notice. A few Democratic representatives have already made the request to view those materials. I want to get to the urgent search this morning for Nancy Guthrie. Today marks day 9 since the 84-year-old, the mother of Savannah Guthrie, was last seen. Investigators say she was taken against her will, and they have no suspect identified. And her children are making a new public plea, saying that they're willing to pay to bring her home. Here's ABC's Allison Cossack.
This morning, the urgent search for Nancy Guthrie is into its second week. On Sunday, investigators returned to her home from where they say she was taken against her will more than a week ago. In a video posted over the weekend, daughter Savannah Guthrie told potential captors she and her siblings are willing to pay for their mother's return.
We received your message and we understand. We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
Law enforcement sources told ABC News she was referring to a message sent Friday to a Tucson television station. The FBI and Pima County Sheriff's Department said they were analyzing it, but have not determined its authenticity.
I think what they're trying to do is gently push the abductors to finish this deal.
The FBI has not said whether any of the messages from the supposed kidnappers are credible, but they are taking them seriously. An earlier message made demands for Bitcoin and established 2 deadlines, one last week and another deadline today. Over the weekend, investigators were also spotted at the nearby home of Savannah's sister Annie. Earlier, they examined cameras on the roof of Nancy's house and knocked on the doors of her neighbors. The Sheriff's Department says this remains an active and ongoing investigation. Detectives and agents continue to conduct follow-up at multiple locations. But after a full week of searching, they still have not identified any suspects, persons of interest, or vehicles connected to this case.
Amen, amen.
During a weekend service streamed on Facebook, parishioners at Nancy Guthrie's church, who first noticed her absence, said prayers for her safe return.
We pray for Nancy's rescue and her release. Bring her home safely.
The FBI is offering a $50,000 reward for information that could lead to the recovery of Nancy Guthrie and or an arrest and conviction in her abduction. Allison Cossack, ABC News, New York.
15 past the hour this morning, back here at home, Lunar New Year celebrations are ramping up in Chicago. Light Up Chinatown was held at Wentworth and Clark to welcome the Year of the Horse. The Lunar New Year officially begins February 17th. The annual parade in Chinatown is March 1st. American Airlines is celebrating its 100th anniversary in 2026. It is marking the milestone with a new series of centennial-themed in-flight dining offerings. Beginning today, customers will be able to pre-order these dishes before their flights for this spring. The menu includes Waldorf salad, Morrison cream cheese dip, beef Wellington, and pecan tart. Starbucks is ready to perk you up today with free coffee. Rewards members can get a free tall brewed hot or iced coffee with the purchase of any qualifying beverage. Drinks will be served in a special edition paper cup wrapped in Starbucks' iconic green and original logo. Starbucks is also rolling out a new Starbucks 1971 roast today. It's named for the year in which the coffee chain's first location opened in Seattle's Pike Place Market. On the way this morning, if you collect miles or points, you want to watch out for this. Loyalty accounts are being hacked and sold. How to protect yours coming up next, and it is National Pizza Day, and one local brewery is making 3 styles of the pies, and we're going to taste them all live. Coming up just after 7:45 this morning.
Eyewitness News streaming at 7 continues after a break.
One of 3 teens accused of sexually assaulting a female classmate from St. Viator High School is due in court today. Kevin Nemec is charged with several counts of criminal sexual assault, kidnapping, and unlawful restraint. The incident allegedly happened at a graduation party last summer. Nemec was arraigned last month and pled not guilty. The judge ordered him to remain in custody until his trial.
Archbishop Ronald Hicks is getting settled in his new job in New York after serving Joliet.
People here in New York have been saying to me, you know what? It's good that you're a Cub fan. However, we're going to get you to a Yankees game or a Mets game. It's fine that you like deep dish pizza. However, you are going to love New York pizza.
Hicks celebrated his first Sunday Mass at St. Patrick's Cathedral yesterday. He had a call to action for his parishioners.
Let us be nourished here. Let us be nourished here. However, let us not remain here. Let us go out, putting our faith into action and living the mission of Christ in the world.
Archbishop Hicks is the first new archbishop in New York in almost 17 years. He takes over for Cardinal Dolan, who retired. So 17 years of leadership under Cardinal Dolan, that is how many years it'll be before Archbishop Hicks turns 75,
Oh, that's
which is
interesting.
traditionally the age at which you submit your retirement to the Vatican, and they can choose to accept it or not.
Got it. All right, so 17 years in New York.
God willing.
Exactly, yeah. Pope Leo will not make a trip back home to the U.S. this year. Vice President J.D. Vance, a Catholic, had invited him to Washington, D.C., but the Vatican press office says the Pope will not visit this year. There have been growing tensions between the Catholic Church and the Trump administration over the issue of immigration. Engines are revving at McCormick Place. Car fans are rolling into the Chicago Auto Show.
It had a busy opening weekend. The miles per hour run was featured yesterday. The one-of-a-kind indoor race challenges participants to cover as much distance as possible in 60 minutes.
Last time, I think I ran around like 7 miles, maybe a little over. I'm probably going to run a little less because I'm going to run with them, and they're looking at the cars more than running.
The Chicago Auto Show features all of the latest vehicles, hands-on experiences, including the test tracks, and more tech than ever before. Runs through President's Day, Monday, February 16th.
And we have complete details about the auto show, including a schedule and ticket information on our news app and on our website.
Right now, we're going to join our Good Morning America viewers. I'll have a news update on TV in just a little bit, and you'll see it here as well.
And when we come back this morning, scammers can drain your travel rewards in minutes. The quick steps to lock down your account. Coming up next.
Now, an update from ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Good morning. It is 7:23. I'm Tanya Babich. A mother and her boyfriend are expected back in court today. Dominique Servant and Joey Ruffin are charged in the death of Servant's 8-year-old son. The boy died Friday after he was found at his home on Cedar Lake Road in Round Lake Beach. Investigators say the boy appeared to be malnourished. He had bruises on his body. A 10-year-old sibling in the home was admitted to the hospital because of signs of abuse and malnourishment as well. It's a terrible story. We'll have more on the investigation on the news at 11 o'clock. But for now, let's get a weather update with Tracy.
Okay, Tanya. Well, here we go on this Monday morning. 18 degrees right now in Huntley, 16 now in Geneva, 22 over at Northerly Island, and 18 degrees in Bourbonnais. So it is kind of a brisk start to our day today. Fortunately, it's not that windy. This afternoon, we'll go for partly to mostly cloudy skies. High temperatures today right up near 40 degrees. But tomorrow, I think many more of us get into the 40s. Now, tomorrow is also going to be a rather breezy and windy day, but we continue with this above average theme all week long. Diane is back with traffic after this.
It's starting the day with hope, knowing you're in the right place, having access to advanced treatments and the most experienced cancer experts. When you're facing cancer, it's not just one thing that makes the difference. It's everything. The big, the small, the unexpected that helps you keep moving forward. Advocate Healthcare. Cancer care that makes the difference.
Welcome back. Starting off with another Metro delay. So Milwaukee District North Line trains still experiencing pretty extensive delays is what Metro is saying. Even cancellations because of much earlier freight train interference at the Lake Forest station. Trains never really recovered after that. So just check Metro's traffic tracker. And as far as the CTA goes, we had some issues at Montrose. All of those issues have resolved. Blue Line trains are stopping once again at Montrose. Had a crash off of the expressways in Lombard, St. Charles Road, just east of I-355. So heads up if you are in the area, you might experience just a tad bit of a delay there as folks make their way past it. And speaking of delays, pretty much delays all across the board on most of our inbound expressways, all running about 45 minutes coming in.
If you collect airline miles or hotel points, listen up. Cybersecurity researchers at NordVPN and Saley say loyalty accounts tied to airlines and hotels are being hacked and sold on the dark web. Some stolen accounts with hundreds of thousands of miles or points are being sold for as little as 75 cents to $200. Once scammers get in, they can drain your points, book free trips, or turn rewards into gift cards. Remember to use a strong, unique password for every account and turn on multi-factor authentication when you can. Check your accounts regularly. Look for unfamiliar bookings, missing points, or login alerts. You may also want to avoid logging into accounts on public Wi-Fi or make sure you are on a secure connection. Jason Knowles, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Jason, thank you very much. Coming up this morning, on the way right after this. Streaming at 7 this morning, another U.S. gold in women's downhill, plus the latest after Lindsey Vohn's crash.
8 figures for a single Super Bowl spot. Why advertisers still pay up when there's no skip ad button.
And if you're celebrating National Pizza Day the Chicago way, get ready to pick your pie personality. Tavern style, Detroit style, New York style. One Leg Zerd Brewery is serving all three. We're going to taste all of them too, and the difference coming up in just a bit. The co-owners from Roaring Table Brewery are live here this morning. That's coming up after 7:45.
Streaming live from Chicago, ABC7 Eyewitness News at 7 continues.
Good morning and welcome back, everybody. Isn't that a beautiful sunrise over a very cold-looking Adler Planetarium? We have both things, the warmth from the sun and Lord, is it cold out on the ground.
Lord, is it cold in here?
That's
It's like unusually chilly in here today.
I feel validated right now.
No, truly.
Did somebody open a door?
It's like, I don't know what it is.
Let me tell you, when I came in this morning, where's Richie Rich? He was here and we were both saying, he's like, I'm going to check and make sure there aren't doors
open. I know.
I noticed when I was in the makeup room earlier, I was like, why do I feel a draft? Well,
I tell you what, being the first one in, it is boiling in here when I come in.
Oh, get out
boiling.
of
Oh
here.
my gosh, Julie and I are like, it's like 90 degrees today. You felt that way?
It's always
always like that because we're the first ones in, and
Yeah.
so whoever was there the night before always likes it really toasty.
Yeah, here this morning it was. Anyway,
Yeah.
so it's chilly and freezing back here, below freezing, I think we could even say. You look at the 7-day, there's lots of quiet weather in our forecast future, and today we'll be up near 40. We'll round up, Diane.
All right, let's start with a Metra delay. So for those of you that take Metra's Milwaukee District North Line trains, major delays. They're calling them extensive because of cancellations and an earlier stalled freight train near Lake Forest. So heads up there. As far as travel times go, well, let's do one more crash out in Lombard, St. Charles Road, just east of I-355. Most of the travel times running about 45 minutes coming inbound.
All right, got it, Diane. Thank you very much. Super Bowl commercials are topping what we're talking about today. For the first time, the price of a Super Bowl ad hit 8 figures.
I don't even know how much 8 figures is. How much that tens of millions? Is that what that is?
Is that
millions.
It's millions, right?
Mm-hmm. Tens of millions.
Yeah, tens of millions.
Tens of
Yeah,
millions,
yeah. And with all the celebrities in those spots, the true bill was likely even higher.
ABC's Danny New breaks down where the money went and what brands were really buying.
With around 130 million people watching,
Jen Spark, give me the day off.
Super Bowl advertisers competed Sunday night for an evening with a rare opportunity.
This is one event where you can get them to watch the commercials.
There's no skip ad button. For Insight, I spoke with marketing consultant Alan Adamson, who entered this field about 3 decades ago, long before 30-second commercials were creeping over the reported $10 million mark we saw this year.
I'm on row.
Overall, Alan says there were 2 main industries dominating the breaks this year: AI and, as you just saw tennis great Serena Williams vouching for, weight loss medications. And when it comes to the latter,
The benefit of those is the product really does work and makes people's lives different. So you may not need to do much explaining.
Isn't that your girlfriend?
of course, there were many commercials with more than one celebrity. This Duncan Goodwill Hunting spoof featured Ben Affleck, Tom Brady, and I think 1 million actors from 90s sitcoms.
Yes, Wi-Fi finds a way.
And how about some more 90s? Xfinity united the cast of Jurassic Park simply by fixing the island's internet.
Lots of these ads are entertaining, but there's an old ad phrase that was many years ago: it ain't creative unless it sells.
Please.
Meanwhile, the New York Times ranked this Squarespace ad as the #1 commercial of the night, as actress Emma Stone continually smashes laptops when she sees that EmmaStone.com is already taken.
If you need to attract people that really want to get the Danny New brand and they're concerned that it's going to be taken by Danny Old, you better pay attention to Emma.
I'll be right back.
Right, exactly.
Allen also noted that to him there appeared to be fewer automobile commercials than he remembered in previous years, but we did have one from our parent company Disney where Baby Yoda is pulled by a group of tauntauns, so that's transportation. In New York, for ABC News, I'm Danny New.
Anything stand out to anybody of what you saw?
I did like that Duncan one, that Goodwill Hunting. This one, I actually really liked that one. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, I like the cameos. That's the original, like the car pack. Where's the car pack?
Right.
I like that one.
There was one where they were sitting in front of the green screen. What was it for, though? I can't remember.
Yeah.
And they had like this crowd behind them, and then the janitor comes in and asks for the mop, and they're sitting in front of the green screen. I can't even remember who it was and what it was for.
I didn't see that one either. That's the thing. I don't think I've seen most of these commercials.
Me either.
It's like I've seen like one here and one there, and a bunch of them were out even before the Super Bowl this year, which is also kind of cool and interesting. So Super Bowl and so when I get to the Super Bowl and the Bad Bunny halftime show, they're over. Some are admitting they didn't watch it at all.
According to a Reddit feed, instead they used the game time to dodge crowds hitting Costco, Trader Joe's, or scoring a hard-to-get dinner reservation. There is a list of responses on the screen here. Go to the gym was also a popular answer here.
That get a dinner reservation at one of the hardest spots around. Yeah. Have our Valentine's Day date on Super Bowl Sunday.
Well, that's smart.
So which is the bigger flex? Empty grocery aisles, empty gym, or last-minute reservations at a hardest table in town kind of spot?
Also worth noting with respect to Valentine's Day, it's still Chicago Restaurant Week. And so you can get the deals now for your Valentine's Day dinner if you do it early, because by the time Valentine's Day rolls around, it's over.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah. All right, we are streaming out loud this morning. We'll get a break in. We're back with more right after this.
Well, hello there, and happy Monday to you, morning after the Super Bowl. Maybe you're just fortunate enough, just kind of rolling out of the rack, I suppose, and getting your day underway. 22 degrees right now at O'Hare, Midway, and at Northerly Island today. So we're seeing some sun out there right now. Had a magnificent sunrise. This afternoon, we're most likely going to have mainly cloudy skies. High temperatures today near 40. I'm not going to go officially 40. I just think the cloud cover might hold us back from that. As for tomorrow, more of us will get to 40 degrees here tomorrow. But tomorrow is going to come with some gusty winds at times. But as you take a look at this entire week, all of our high temperatures and even all of our low temperatures are coming in above average. But let's focus on the roads, the rails, but that Diane has covered. Diane.
Indeed. We're going to start with a crash off of the expressways in the town of Matheson at Volmer Road and Cicero Avenue. Then a look at the big picture. Look, travel times are getting, well, not worse, or at least not significantly worse. 45 minutes on most of our inbound expressways. Let's go outside. Take a live look at the Kennedy right now. Express lane still open to inbound traffic. About 45 minutes coming in from the airport. Further south we go to the Dan Ryan. Things are looking really good there too, so no major problems. I would put it at around 35 minutes coming inbound from there. That's a live look from our 31st Street camera over near Sox Park.
All right, well, we've been so excited for this because today is National Pizza Day. And in Chicago, that is something we take very seriously. From classic tavern style to Detroit and New York pies, Roaring Table Brewery has been serving slices and building community.
And joining us live, Lane Faring and Beth May, the team behind Roaring Table Brewery in Lake Zurich. Good morning to the both of you.
Thanks for being here.
So first and foremost, tell us about your spot. What makes it so special?
Well, we've been a brewery for about 9 years now, almost, and we have a beautiful tap room that she designed, and it's all about community there. So we make our own beer, and then last summer we decided that we needed to get into food because they seem to go together pretty nicely.
Especially
Now
pizza and beer.
kitchen. Yeah, exactly.
All right, what if we have, excuse me, Tracy, what do you have in front of us if you can describe?
Well, we have 3 styles that we do. And so the first one is obviously the Chicago thin crust tavern style pizza, which is crackery thin. And the middle one is our Detroit, which is a pan pie. And then on the left is the New York style, what everybody thinks of when they think of pizza, probably.
So why did you think you had to have these 3 styles? What sets them apart?
Well, we started with the tavern thin crust, which is like you have to have.
Yes.
It's Chicago,
It's
right?
Chicago. We also really wanted to do Detroit because it's underrepresented in the suburbs where we are. And quite frankly, our old chef was like, look, it's the same dough between the tavern style and the New York, so like, why don't we just do all 3?
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm really intrigued with
You do,
this.
because I know how to make a pizza, so this is you.
Yeah, no,
So
what
this
is
this? This
That's
is
the
our
before.
Yeah,
That's
this is
the
the
before.
before of the Detroit, and
Hiding it with cheese, Beth.
yeah,
right.
well, the cheese makes the crispy crust essentially. So
Are you
this is called a
serious?
frico. Yeah, it's called a frico, which is like what you see here, which is the cheese.
What kind of cheese is this?
This is Wisconsin brick.
Yeah.
Of course it
It
is.
caramelizes and it gets real crackery.
Oh, is that neat?
Yeah.
And that's obviously the Detroit style that we're
Yes.
talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's like a secret or something.
Seriously, I have never known that. That is awesome. And then that's your,
This
look how
as
thin that crust is.
Yeah, this is
Oh my
as thin
gosh.
as it is. It's,
That's like a piece of tissue paper.
yeah, it's very, very crackery. And we ferment all of our doughs like for a very long time. So they have like a really great flavor profile. And this is pressed in a press, and that it's basically 4 to 6 days. And then I think this is a little less.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. You said you make all of these beers that
Yeah.
you see here?
yeah,
Yes, indeed.
He does that with one of our brewers, Ryan.
So we don't want to skip over that, obviously. Let's talk about the flight that you brought. And do you do like pairings? Like, do you suggest to people like, hey, if you get this pizza?
We
like,
have a pairing coming up this following Saturday for
Hey!
Valentine's Day.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it's fun, and so we pride ourselves on having a wide variety of beers, and so having a wide variety of pies also helps with that. And so we do pairings. Obviously, flights are a great way to get started when you're just trying to figure out what you like. And then I like to go to pints fairly quickly after that.
Oh, you're a smart man. Smart
okay.
man, my friend. That's exactly right. Smart man. All right, for those folks who have never been out to come see you, what would you say to them to come check you guys out for the first time? It's a drive, Lake Zurich.
Yeah, we're in the northwest burbs. It's a bit of a haul from the city, but it's not that bad. And we're in a big strip mall. But when you walk in there, we kind of think that you forget that you're in the suburbs, and it kind of has a little bit of a vibe of the city.
And you actually see the inside. It's gorgeous. And Beth, you designed that? Is that what I heard?
did,
That's
yes.
amazing.
It's beautiful. Wow. All right, Diane, which one would you pick?
I don't
here?
know. What do you guys think? What do you suggest? What's the one on the left?
That one is called the Dolce Vita.
Okay.
And it has burrata, prosciutto, Roma tomatoes, arugula, and a balsamic glaze.
And what's on the Detroit style?
The Detroit is our French onion. And so that's caramelized onions, Gruyere, cheese, and then a mushroom sauce on the
That
top.
actually sounds very good.
And of course, obviously, the jardiniere.
This is jardiniere.
Sausage and jardiniere,
Sausage and jardiniere.
Oh, that has my name all over it. All right, beers. Do you want to name which one we got in front of us?
Sure, yeah. So the 4 beers that we just most recently canned, we have a Czech Pilsner, a dark lager, a Czech, IPA, and then an alt beer.
And let me try you said the first one was a Pilsner?
one?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Let's try the Pilsner.
I'm going to let you do
cheers,
that.
guys.
You're the expert on that one. Thank you both.
Yeah, thank you
so much for being
that's
here.
excellent. That taste at the end, that's
Beer
really...
flavored beer, we call it.
Oh my gosh, good. You guys, go check them out. This is really, really tasty.
It's not that far of a drive, really. No.
Well, once you get inside, you want to be there all day.
Exactly. Tanya and Terrell.
Hey, North Burbs looking good, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Coming up, a 1-point finish and a final skate for the ages. Team USA wins gold in team figure skating.
More on the Winter Games next.
Team USA is celebrating a dramatic gold in team figure skating decided by just 1 point.
ABC's Allison Cossack is tracking excitement from the Winter Games.
A nail-biting finish in team figure skating down to the final skate between Ilya Malinin and Japan's Shun Sato, with the U.S. eking out the victory. Gold and silver decided by the thinnest of margins. 1 point. Italy earned bronze. The Americans later reflecting on their big win.
It's an amazing experience to stand out there and hear your national anthem played anytime and to have it be on Olympic ice.
Chalk and Bates skate again in ice dancing on Monday, Ilya Malinin in the men's singles Tuesday. It was the second gold medal for the Americans. The first was by Breezy Johnson in the women's downhill. But teammate Lindsey Vonn, who tore her ACL more than a week ago, suffering a heartbreaking crash moments into her run after clipping a gate. Vonn airlifted to a hospital where she underwent surgery for a fractured leg. Her teammate Johnson offering support.
The careers, I think obviously, my heart aches for her, and it's a tough road and it's a tough sport.
Just weeks before the 2022 Beijing Olympics, Johnson crashed in a training run at Cortina and was forced to miss the games. She's only the second American woman in alpine skiing history to win a gold medal in the downhill. The first was Lindsey Vonn in 2010. Also making history, American curlers Corey Teesey and Corey Dropkin with a win over Sweden to advance to the mixed doubles curling semifinals. Another milestone, Austria's Benjamin Karl became the oldest individual gold medalist in Winter Olympic history. That same event featuring a photo finish for the bronze medal. Bulgaria's Tervel Zamfarov edging out Slovenia's Tim Masnak by a fingernail. Allison Kosick, ABC News, New York.
It is fun to watch.
Yeah, it is
you
fun.
know. Of course, feel for Lindsey Vonn and all that she's going through and all of her recovery. But man, ice skating, I had a chance to catch that yesterday briefly. Ilya, our American from Virginia, who can do moves that no one else in the world can do right now. It was incredible to watch. Yeah, it's awesome. Congratulations to Team USA.
I love it too. I like the ice skating, ice dancing, and I do like the downhill, the tricks.
Yes. Yeah. It's fun to watch. It is cool.
I know.
It is cool.
It's a spectator sport.
We'll get a break in. We're back with more after this.
Eyewitness News streaming at 7 continues after a break.
Thanks. All right, top stories that we're watching for you now, and it starts with this. A suburban mother and her boyfriend are due in court today on murder charges of her 8-year-old son. The child was found dead in Round Lake Beach last week. This is an awful situation. Police say he showed signs of long-term abuse and malnourishment. Dominique Servant and Joey Ruffin are charged with first-degree murder and child endangerment.
Governor J.B. Pritzker is endorsing Margaret Croak in her campaign for Illinois comptroller. The governor says Croak is committed to transparency and has a record of bringing people together to get things done. Croak, who's looking to become the state's top fiscal watchdog, is a state representative. She also served as deputy chief of staff in Pritzker's Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity.
Early voting begins this week in the city of Chicago. You can cast your ballot starting Thursday at super sites at 137 South State and 69 West Washington. On March 2nd, early voting expands to all 50 wards and begins in the Cook County suburbs. Primary election day coming up Tuesday, March 17th. Tracy.
Alrighty then. Right now we have some temperatures in the low 20s in the area. Fortunately, it's not too windy. Highs today, we'll round up and say near 40. Partly to mostly cloudy skies here this afternoon. Right now we're holding on to a bit of sun.
All right, you can get the latest forecast anytime with the free ABC7 Chicago News app. Just scan the QR code on your screen for a link to download.
All right, let's get you caught up on what's trending today.
I'm your boss. You work for me.
We're not in the office anymore, Bradley.
Football festivities and severe winter weather along much of the East Coast kept moviegoers at home. The result, a slow weekend at the box office. The survival thriller Send Help held on to the top spot with $10 million in its second weekend of release. The romantic comedy Solo Mio, starring Kevin James as a jilted groom, opened in the number 2 spot with about $7 million in revenue. Not a bad take for a movie that was made on a micro budget of just $4 million. And rounding out the top 3, the horror film Iron Lung, which earned $6 million over the weekend. Actor Michael Keaton was named Man of the Year by Harvard University's Hasty Pudding Theatricals. The theater group, which dates back to 1844, presented Keaton with his pudding pot, which is handed out each year to the man and woman who have made lasting and impressive contributions to the world of entertainment. Brad Arnold, the lead singer of the Grammy-nominated rock band Three Doors Down, died on Saturday, months after announcing he had been diagnosed with stage 4 kidney cancer. Three Doors Down was formed in 1996 and 4 years later received that Grammy nomination for their breakout hit Kryptonite. Arnold was 47. And happy birthday to Tom Hiddleston, the British actor best known for his role as Marvel villain Loki, is 45. That's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Alex Stone, ABC News.
It's one of those characters you can't imagine him as anything else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Before we get out of here this hour, National Pizza Day and National Football Hangover Day. We had the pizza.
The pizza helps with the hangover.
Yeah. No,
Pizza
absolutely
for
does.
And that's going to do it for us for this streaming hour. If you're just joining us, the news never stops. We have more headlines and weather and traffic coming up for you live at 8 a.m.
So hang with us right here on ABC7. And remember, you can always catch Eyewitness News on TV at 11 o'clock. Have a great day, everybody. Gosh, that looks good.
Oh, it does look so
I just
good.
want some of it.
Keep it warm.
Yeah.
This has been Eyewitness News, streaming at 7. Now, an update from ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Good morning. It is 7:56. I'm Tanya Babich. Governor J.B. Pritzker is endorsing Margaret Croak in her campaign for Illinois Comptroller. 4 candidates are looking to replace Susana Mendoza. The governor says Croak is committed to transparency and has a record of bringing people together to get things done. Croak, who's looking to become the state's top fiscal watchdog, is a state representative. She also served as deputy chief of staff in Pritzker's Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity. Stay with us. We'll have a check of weather and traffic for you coming up next.